Hello there and welcome to this episode of the G-Spot. I'm Gila Zak, certified hypnotherapist and mind magician. And today we're going to play with another method that you can use to shift states quickly, to get a different perspective on something. Now, if you watch one of my other episodes, we talked about hypnotic anchoring, how we can anchor in states of well-being, confidence, serenity, peace, courage, or strength. And today I'm going to teach you exactly how to do this. Take a moment to just put yourself in a chair or someplace where you can get comfortable for a moment. And I invite you to close your eyes and bring your attention to your breathing. And just notice the way that your lungs and ribs expand and contract. So natural, so instinctive. Notice the rhythm of your very own breathing. And from time to time, you're going to take one of those deeper, refreshing breaths that really clear the mind and relax the body. And as you do, I invite you to just start noticing the support of the surface underneath you. The stability, the security, the safety. And now I invite you to hear your own voice in your own head, create your own thought loop, a positive thought loop. Using words like calm, safe, comfort, relax, peace, confidence. That's right. And just let these words loop through your mind, adding in any others that you might find would be helpful for you to feel the way you want to. You can let them play in no particular order. And perhaps certain words have certain colors. Perhaps certain words are a little more bold in your mind's eye, so that if you could see them, you would see them more bold or highlighted or your favorite color. And as you let this loop play through your mind, you can't help but find that in some way the mind and body are responding. Where the mind goes, the body follows. It all begins and ends in your mind. And you might allow this feeling to go deeper now and play below the surface of conscious awareness as you continue to listen to me carefully, playfully, imaginatively, hypnotically. And I invite you now to take your fingers on your right hand, your right thumb, your right index finger, and just make the OK symbol. And then do that on your left hand. And with your fingertips touching, just take 3 or more anchoring, connecting, grounding breaths. It's like you're closing the circuitry within the mind and body for this good feeling that you are feeling. So that as soon as the thumb and the index finger touch, you're closing, completing a circuit of calm, positive, helpful energy, an internal resource that is now available to you to use in all of the situations you choose. And I don't know how relaxed you've chosen to become, but it doesn't really matter. I invite you now to notice that very slowly your hands start to move up towards your face. And you're bringing those OK symbols up higher and higher. Maybe it feels like you're doing it, but you're not. Maybe it feels like you're not doing it, but you are. Just notice what you notice. And very soon, if not already, those OK fingers are going to come all the way up to your eyes. And you're going to put them right over your eyes and make your very own pair of OK goggles. So that anytime you want to feel this way, well, you can do this in real time or just remember the way the feeling feels as your fingers are pressing around your eyes, the way your fingers are pressing together. You can even invert them and go upside down, flip it if you really want to make it silly and playful. And as you've got those OK goggles on, notice now that you can bring up a familiar experience or environment, something from the future or the past, and notice how it just has a different energy to it. You're looking at it through a different lens. It's okay. And perhaps even in less than ideal circumstances and situations, there's a part of you that recognizes you're going to be okay. And even sometimes when things aren't okay and they don't feel okay, With your okay goggles, you realize maybe you're going to be okay anyway. Now, this is all about practice. So each time you practice this, you may find that this positive feeling comes up quicker. This positive feeling stays with you longer than your thinking mind could have ever once thought possible. And once in a while, if you want to, you can just do one hand and make your okay monocle too. Now, when you're ready, you're going to open your eyes and just come back to the present moment and notice the shift, that wonderful hypnotic drift that you rode for a moment or two that allowed the energy of the feeling to shift inside of you. Now, I would be really curious to know where you plan to use your OK goggles. So if you have any questions, or if you try this and you say, yeah, I kind of like this, and maybe you want to leave your questions and comments below, please do that. If you found this content helpful, like and subscribe, because it helps me to get the information out there to more people who could use it. And goodness knows we could all use a way to anchor in the feeling of being okay. And before I let you go today, how about I give you a bonus suggestion, one you may find you accept because it's here to help you. And that is that every time you see the letters O and K, every time you text it, every time you text the emoji, whether you notice this consciously or subconsciously, you just find yourself taking those 3 or more deeply anchoring, calming breaths. And perhaps even you find yourself doing this too. That would be all right and okay too. I trust you had a good time here with me today on the G-Spot, and stay tuned for more fun, quick and easy ways to learn how to shift your mind and body into a different state, should you want to. As always, thanks for spending your time here with me on the G-Spot, and until we meet again, what will you find hypnotic? What trance will you go into? I can only wonder.